We're going to head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. Got a lot of them about the Deshaun Watson situation. Here is one of those relative to the Deshaun Watson suspension.
Hi, this is Steve calling from Gainesville, Georgia. It's pretty obvious the NFL and its owners are going to successfully railroad Deshaun and banish him for a year and possibly a career to teach players a lesson, not to sit out and demand a trade and end up with a lucrative contract. They couldn't even just give him a warning or even accept a 6-game suspension when they had no guidelines for nonviolent, non-coercive, non-forceful sexual behavior. And no one's looking into the Texans paying off 30 accusers. No penalties for them. Why did they pay off more women if they did nothing wrong? The spoiled owners will get their way. So let's get behind Jacoby and cheer this Browns team on to the Super Bowl. That'll ruin the NFL's unfair plot to ruin Deshaun's career. Thanks for listening, and go Browns.
All right, Pro Football Talk did this, and I knew the sentiment nationally was very different than it is here in Cleveland. I'm even a little surprised by this. So they asked in a poll, they gave these 4 options. How long should Deshaun Watson be suspended for? 6 games came in at 15.5, 8 games 4.2, 12 games 9.4, full season almost 71%. So Quincy, that gives you just kind of, if you're not in Cleveland, the vast majority of people think that Watson should be suspended for a year. Relative to the voicemail or the caller, listen. Owners set rules. People that play for owners or employers have to follow the rules. It's not new. It's like that in every walk of life.
Yeah, and you know, it's just what it's going to be, right? And also, it's very early. I mean, that settlement just happened, right? And the accusation source that just happened, it took months. I mean, like we're dealing with this. All this stuff with Watson broke out like a year ago, right? And we're just now getting to the disciplinary part of it. So I don't think the NFL moves that fast that we can make any definitive statements on what they have or have not done about that Texans situation. Once we get to that point, if there is something, to point out, it would be worthwhile. But I think it's a little premature to say, oh, well, they haven't done anything about the Texans. We just found out about this. I mean, we found out about Deshaun Watson before the pandemic started. And now we're just now getting to the punishment. You see what I mean here? This is a process that takes forever.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And the Browns didn't trade for Watson as a 1-year deal. They did it with the idea that he's going to play a decade or more for him. So the 1-year suspension, it'll be 2 years that he hasn't played if that, in fact, comes to light. I wouldn't rule him out of coming back from that and being just as good as he was. We'll see.